it does good. I know when people ask me where my shop's at, all I have to say is I'm across the street from the theater, and they know exactly where it's at.
My first memory of the Fowler Theater was my first job. I worked behind the candy counter.
When I was probably 3 or 4, we lived down the street from my grandma, and she took me to see Snow White.
My first memory of it was closed and dilapidated and very sad to see this happen in small towns.
In the past few decades, the lights have gone out on the marquees of too many downtown movie theaters. They're popcorn eaten by suburban multi-screen cinemas and Netflix. That was about to happen in Fowler, population 2,300.
The man that owned it was ready to use it as a storage unit, and he was going to cut the big steel bars that go out to hold the marquee up. He was going to cut those off of the building. Karen Moyers had the Benton Review across the street, and she watched it every day, and she said, "We've got to save that theater."
The Prairie Preservation Guild was created to save the Fowler Theater. In 2001, the Guild got a loan from Indiana Landmarks to cover the $30,000 purchase price, plus more for immediate repairs.
I think Indiana Landmarks was our ultimate guide of here's how things go, and this is the next steps you need to take.
And we bought it as the Prairie Preservation Guild.
The group created a 3-phase, pay-as-you-go restoration plan, beginning with the roof, the main facade, and the marquee.
This is an 840 bulb marquee, and during phase 1 of the restoration, they were sold at $10 each, and they were all donations from people in the community.
That's when Don Moyers changed the marquee to say Mission Possible, like this was gonna happen.
And then phase 2 was all of the lobby and the bathrooms and the concession stand.
Volunteers did a lot of the dirty work, pulling up old carpeting, removing soggy plaster, and cleaning up so the show could go on each weekend to help pay the bills.
When we started this, we were lucky enough to get Craig Wetley to be our designer, and Craig had recommended to us that David Orr of Sapphire Theater Company work with us on the decorative painting.
So this is my favorite. David would come in, and he was here every day, and I would come in every day to see what new color he had added, just to see how much more it was standing out.
In phase 3, each of the auditorium's 210 new seats had a $350 donor, but the theater still needed to secure funding for a new digital film projector.
It was something we had to do, or we were not going to get first-run movies anymore, and we were going to be like the rest of the theaters and probably shut down.
In phase 3, the Guild raised over $100,000 for our new digital projector.
Say it. And this is the big machine, and then we have showtime.
Yeah, you get a good movie there, and they'll be standing out on the sidewalk before you open.
I feel like we've really drawn the community closer by bringing everyone together as this volunteer opportunity, because it really is run by volunteers.
This is my first job, and I love it because you get to see all the people here, and I get to see my friends and my family and the people I know.
A successful restoration is one that people use, that makes a community more beautiful, more interesting, singular, and special. The Fowler Theater succeeds on every level. Bravo to the Prairie Preservation Guild, winner of Indiana Landmark's 2016 Cook Cup for Outstanding Restoration, for its transformation of the Fowler Theater, and to the contractors, designers, craftsmen, donors, and volunteers who contributed to the stellar achievement.